What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Evan and I make videos about hot stocks, dividends, and options. So if that interests you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss when I upload. Now in today's video, we're going to go over a couple reasons as to why NIO is up so much today, despite there being not a lot of news coming out for NIO. And we're also going to cover how NIO has the potential to go up to $150 per share and when it could possibly happen. But looking at NIO's share price, you can see they're up over 6% today. And you might be wondering why they're up so much, and that's what we're going to go over. Because right when the market opened, NIO wasn't really up or down at all today. They were trading pretty flat. And then within about an hour of the market opening, NIO spiked up about 5 to 6%. And now they've been above that 6% mark pretty much all day, and they've been hovering around this $47 to $48 area. Now on the 1 week, NIO is actually down over 6%, but this is because last Friday, NIO actually spiked up to $54. And so this is taking into account where they left off on Friday. So if you exclude Friday, NIO has been pretty flat for most of the week. They've had slight up and downs, but for the most part, they've been trading pretty flat and pretty sideways. But you can see SPY isn't really up or down much today, so you might be wondering why NIO is up so much. And part of that reason is actually due to Tesla. Now if we look at Tesla, you can see they're up almost 3% on the day, and Tesla has actually hit over $500. And this is pretty big for Tesla. And the reason they've been trading so high is because, if you guys haven't heard, Tesla is being added to the S&P 500. And so because of that, we saw Tesla spike up huge. And so you can see early in the trading day, Tesla spiked up big. And this is part of the reason why NIO rode up so high as well. Now NIO has been able to sustain that growth on the day, where Tesla kind of pulled back slightly. But this is one of the major reasons why NIO and other electric vehicle stocks are up today. Now looking at the 1 week chart, you can see Tesla is up almost 22%. And if we look at November 16th, you can see this is when the news came out that Tesla was going to be added to the S&P 500. Now they were trading right around $400 and slightly above $400. Then news came out and they spiked up to $450. They had a slight pullback, and then since then they've just been going up pretty much indefinitely. And so because of this is sort of affecting other EV stocks as well, like NIO. Because going back to the 1 day chart, Tesla obviously spiked up early in the trading day, and we saw the same thing happen with NIO, but NIO was just able to hold on to that growth more throughout the day. But aside from Tesla actually being added to the S&P 500 and affecting other EV stocks, there's actually another reason why NIO is up today as well. And it's actually due to some analysts that put out new price predictions. Now there was analysts from both Citi and JP Morgan that released bullish notes on NIO. And this happened yesterday, actually, and that was part of the reason why we saw NIO going up towards the end of the trading day yesterday. And so that's somewhat rolling over into today, and that's part of the reason why NIO is up as well. So going back to Tesla though, because Tesla spiked up early in the trading day and kind of pulled back slightly, the reason NIO didn't do that is likely because of these new price predictions. JP Morgan's Nick Lau said that he continues to be positive on NIO's long-term prospects. And he noted that NIO's earnings actually came in 11% better than Wall Street's consensus estimate. And he actually raised his price target from $46 up to $50. Now that's not a huge improvement on his previous price prediction, but it looks like a lot of analysts and a lot of banks are doing the same thing right now. There's been multiple price targets over $50 just in the last week. Now Citi's analyst Jeff Chung also continues to be positive on NIO. And he said yesterday that NIO's third quarter results were solid. He also thinks it's possible that NIO could hit 100,000 deliveries in 2021. Now, if you guys know, the CEO of NIO said that he was very optimistic that they could hit 150,000 deliveries by the end of 2021. Now, I don't think that's necessarily going to happen because he was anticipating that they would hit 12,500 deliveries per month by early 2021. Now, they would have to sustain that amount of deliveries throughout the year to hit 150,000 deliveries. But realistically, they could hit 100,000, especially because they plan to increase their monthly production limit to 7,500 vehicles per month. And right now it's currently at 5,000. And especially by the end of 2021, if they can increase their capacity even more beyond 7,500, then I think we could realistically see them hit 100,000 deliveries. Now, Chung maintained his previous price target of $46.40 and a buy rating on NIO, so not much of a change there, but there's been a lot of other analysts that have upgraded to $50 and beyond. And so I believe that's part of the reason why NIO has been up so much today and why they've sustained this growth today. But now getting into a few things related to NIO hitting $150 per share and when it could possibly happen. Now, as we know, NIO has had triple-digit delivery growth, triple-digit revenue growth, and they've also narrowed their loss per share. And for people who are concerned that NIO is pulling back or that they're lower than they were last Friday or last week, as long as you're long-term on NIO, you just have to look at this like a breather because NIO has actually surged up over 2,410% in the last year. And whoever wrote this article thinks this breather period is going to be very short-lived. And once it is over, NIO is going to get back on track and continue upwards. And it says because NIO's strong earnings report confirms that the underlying fundamentals provide a runway for NIO up to $150 in the next few years. And they suggest buying NIO on any big weaknesses. So that's referring to any pullbacks or any red days, I would assume. Or at least that's what I would do if I was you, especially if you have a relatively high share price and you believe in NIO long term. Buying in on the red days is how you're going to bring down your average cost, especially if it's higher and you bought at the peak. And there's also a lot of people who think NIO's third quarter earnings report wasn't as good as it was. Now we've seen NIO pull back on earnings reports before, so it's nothing new to see. And we always see NIO continue upwards after earnings and as new catalysts come out for the share price. And some of the more recent catalysts to help push up the share price of NIO is these new price forecasts all above $50. But in their third quarter earnings, we saw their deliveries rose 154% year over year, and their average sale price on vehicles rose 2%, and their total revenue rose nearly 160% year over year. So there's definitely been a lot of growth for NIO and a lot of good numbers coming out and record deliveries and record revenue and all these things. So NIO definitely hasn't been a slouch, and they did report good earnings. We just saw the share price pull back probably because people were anticipating earnings, and it was likely already priced into the share price. But to kind of sum up what NIO does, they make some of the best luxury electric vehicles in China, and they have some of the best range and performance specs in terms of their vehicles. Now they also sell cars under a great brand which has become synonymous for cool and luxurious in China, according to this article. And they say NIO's car prices are surprisingly affordable in the $50,000 to $80,000 range. Now I would kind of argue against this because obviously Tesla can undercut NIO by a drastic amount because Tesla's already profitable and they've been profitable for a while, so they can reduce their prices to get more customers and to get a bigger customer acquisition as compared to NIO. Now NIO can't really reduce their prices like Tesla can, and like Tesla has been doing with the Tesla Model Y, but they also have other things to set them apart, even if they aren't the lowest priced vehicles. And one of those things really helping NIO is their battery swapping technology, where you can drive into a battery swap station and get a full charge in a matter of minutes. Now, I'm not aware of any other companies that do that as of right now. There could be some that I'm not aware of, but I know Tesla's not doing that, and I'm not sure if they're actually working on anything like that. Taking that battery swap technology into consideration and figuring that NIO can expand to both North America and Europe, I think NIO could easily dominate the EV sector, especially if we give them a few years to really get the momentum going. And once they become profitable and they start expanding, that's when we're really going to see NIO doing big things in terms of their growth and their business model. And to compare NIO to Tesla, they both have a lot of similarities with their vehicles because they both get 300 plus miles of range. They recharge really quickly. Now we know NIO has the battery swap technology, but I think this is more referring strictly to charging. And they also go 0 to 60 miles per hour in a few seconds or less. Also, both NIO and Tesla feature a 100 kilowatt hour battery pack. Now NIO just introduced this and they're going to be putting it in their newest vehicles. And they'll actually allow previous customers with the 70 and 84 kilowatt hour battery pack to swap out for this 100 kilowatt hour battery pack. And they also have a 150 plus mile per hour top speed on both vehicles. So you can see NIO and Tesla really aren't too different. And so if you take a company like NIO, who is backed by the Chinese government, and they're strictly in China right now, which is the biggest auto market in the world, with over 1 billion people in China, if they can dominate China, which is what most people are talking about right now, just imagine if they're able to expand to other continents. But now getting into the $150 per share price, the reason why that number is relevant is because it's estimated that NIO is going to control approximately 8% of the Chinese EV market by 2030. Now this would be equivalent to them controlling about half of the luxury market and also a small portion of the rest of the market. And it's also estimated that they'll control around 4% of the global EV market, not including China. So assuming NIO is able to accomplish these percentages, $150 per share isn't crazy to expect. Now this is also taking into account that NIO would do 1.5 million deliveries by 2030, and they would have over $60 billion in revenue and about $7.50 in earnings per share. So again, if NIO is able to accomplish these numbers and percentages, $150 I think will just be blown out of the water. I think they'll be way beyond that. And personally, I think they'll hit $150 well before 2030. I think it would be in the next couple of years even. But this is assuming that we're talking about what the shares are worth and not being overvalued. Because as we know right now, NIO is well overvalued, and I think a lot of people would agree with that, but people are going to pay what they think NIO is worth, whether it's overvalued or not. Now, for those of you who made it this far into the video, let me know what you guys think NIO is going to hit by the end of the year, and also by the end of 2021. Now make sure you guys take into account that NIO could possibly deliver 100,000 vehicles by the end of 2021. So I think by the end of this year, NIO could be around that $60 area. Now I'm not saying they won't be overvalued at that price, because I think they're overvalued even at the current price. But long term, NIO is going to be way beyond $60. So it's just a matter of time. And with the way NIO's been growing recently, I think they could hit $60 by the end of this year. And by the end of 2021, I think they could be to that $150 area. Maybe slightly below, somewhere around $120 to $150. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments by the end of this year and by the end of 2021. Lastly, if you guys haven't signed up for Webull, make sure you guys sign up using the link in the description. When you sign up and deposit $100, you'll get 3 free stocks now. So make sure you guys sign up and deposit $100. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.